That's right. We got a Saturday NBA video coming off a 4-in-1 day. Let's keep it rolling. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and that's right. We don't usually do Saturday videos, but we are here, and I am excited about it. We had a great day yesterday, 4-in-1. It was a beauty. We're now on a 12-5 run. Let's keep that streak going, but more on the recap in just a little bit. Quick reminder, again, we will be live at 5 p.m. Eastern on Sunday on YouTube, talking some Major League Baseball. If you guys are ready for it, I am itching for it. We're going to preview the National League East, give out some predictions, and go over offseason and things like that. If you guys want to come interact with us, it'll be a lot of fun. So just want to let you know there. But before we get started, we got to tell you about our partner, Kalshi. This is federally regulated in all 50 states. It's like stocks, but it's except for you can do it on world events. It's a ton of fun. You can buy and sell contracts, anything from weather to politics to video games, movies. It's just absolutely crazy. Also sports as well. We have a lot of fun doing it. Me and Ryan do. So if you want to try it out, click that link below and you can get a $20 bonus credit. So here we go. Let's get a little laugh on a Saturday with a dad joke. Here we go. If a cowboy is happy, does that make him a jolly rancher? In this video, we're going to recap that beautiful 4-in-1 day yesterday. And we don't have any positional stats because, again, we do that during the week. But we will talk some NBA team stats. I had to give you something. You guys know. So we'll get back to those positional stats on Monday like usual. And then we'll give you our best bets, a couple leans, which also went 2-0 yesterday. Love to see that if you did tail them. And then we'll finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come join this awesome community. Also, Discord link is below, completely free to join. Like 4,500 people in it. We talk sports every day. Lots of winning slips and smart people in there as well. But that's what we got. Let's get it started. And that means it's recap time. Oh, yeah, baby. There it is. 4-1. We start with the Warriors on the money line. What an easy win. The Kings are hot garbaggio. That's right. That helped also with the under season total wins that I gave out. Anthony Edwards over 3.5 threes. Took him a while, but he got the job done. I don't know what he ended up with, taking 11, 12 threes, but he made it 4, so we're good to go. Jaren Jackson under 21.5 points. He had 9 points in the first half, mostly because of free throws. He honestly shot 8 free throws in the first half, which he never does. So, and then he got into foul trouble early in the third quarter, which helped us. He ended up with 14. It was a no sweat win, honestly. Boncaro and Garland, 2+ threes each that I added late. I wish I didn't add this. Boncaro got in foul trouble, had 3 fouls in the first half. The coach was so panicked about it. He only played him 8 minutes in the first half. Coaches just absolutely overreact to foul trouble sometimes. He didn't get the job done, but it didn't matter because Darius Garland sucked too. So that was a bad read. And now to Mr. Bam. What an easy win. No, really, guys. I got lucky. Let's just face it. That's the honest truth. He didn't shoot a lot. The Raptors really focused in on him defensively. He only had 13 points after the fourth quarter, but the beauty of that one is there was overtime, and then Bam decided, you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm taking over, and he absolutely did. Ended with like 19 points. He cashed us in overtime. Just a beautiful thing, and I don't usually have good luck with Miami Heat players, so that was nice to get. Again, the only 1-unit play yesterday was Jaren Jackson Jr. I wish they were all 1 units, but it is what it is. And there's the under tracker for the under record on player props and the overall record. It is official. We have finally hit 20 freaking units. It is about dang time. 212 and 174 up 20.18 units. And now we're on the path to 30. That's right. So that's what we got for the recap. But before we get to those best bets, let's talk some NBA stats. All right, I wanted to change it up here on the weekend since we give you all those research stats during the week. But I want to talk some different defensive and offensive stats. Everything you see here will be in the last 10 games. So we're going to start on the left side is all defensive stats. The opponent 3-point percentage, the best teams against that, and the worst teams. As you can see, the bottom 7 in regards to giving up the highest 3-point percentage. And then over there on the right side, the teams shooting the highest 3-point percentage and the teams just that cannot make anything from 3-point range, including the Magic right there. As you see, dead last shooting 30.2%. Nets not much better. And then over there, or down there on the bottom, you get opponent's second chance points. Celtics leading the way there, and then you get the bottom 7 teams for that. And then over there on the right side, the offensive for that. So the Rockets scoring the most points. I mean, they crashed the offensive last. They are scoring 21 second chance points per game, followed by the Thunder, Warriors, so on and so on. And then the teams that just don't score a lot. I mean, we got the Celtics, the team favorite to win it all. They are averaging 9.4 second chance points per game. I mean, they're dead last, but again, they don't rely on that. They rely on just knocking down threes. So I just want to give you some more info. Sometimes we do this with points in the paint, fast break points, things like that. So let me know in the comments below if you guys like this. But again, this can help you with player props if you're looking at, guys that like to rebound a lot, second chance points, things like that, guys that like to shoot, matchups, all that, and also help you with spreads, totals, things like that. So that's what we got for the NBA team stats. And now it's time for those best bets. All right, we head out to Portland where the Blazers host the Charlotte Hornets. Blazers minus 4.5. Total in this one, 222.5. And that total is where we're going. Give me the under, 222.5 at minus 110 on FanDuel for a half unit. Some books have it at 221.5. I like it there too, obviously. I'm not someone who thinks this game lands right at 222, but I'm expecting another low-scoring game here. So let's look at the last 10 game stats to kind of give you an idea where these teams have been. Pace-wise, Hornets, the 4th slowest pace in the NBA. You'd love to see it. Blazers have played at the 10th slowest pace, so both of these teams really good for the under. Defensive rating, Blazers have the 9th best defensive rating, Hornets 15th. Surprising, these two defenses have actually been pretty decent lately. You guys know what I think about the Blazers. Falling off a little bit, but they've been playing good defense. Scoring-wise, Blazers averaging 115 points per game, Hornets averaging only 103 per game. You guys may already know this from our research help, but the Hornets are the #1 under team in the entire NBA. They are 34-20 to the under. Blazers, how about this 6th highest under team at 52%? So with 8 and out, obviously that also hurts the offensive performance by the Portland Blazers because the Blazers, let's face it, they relied on him on some of those big games and during that streak. So that does hurt. You bring in a defensive player like Klingon down low, playing a little bit more. But head-to-head, these two teams just played 1 month ago. Portland won 102-97. It flew under the total. It wasn't even close. So I think we see another slow-paced, half-court type game. LaMelo Ball is questionable to play. I like this a lot more if he's out, but again, I think it goes under either way, so it doesn't really matter to me. But the Hornets are really liking to slow it down. They know that's their only chance to be competitive, take out less possessions or take out some possessions and all that. So I think this total's too high. Give me the under 222.5 as my first best bet. All right, this next one takes us out to Denver, Colorado, where the Chicken Nuggets host the LA Lakers. Nuggets -7, total in this one 241.5. I'm going with the guy I bet on to win MVP. Give me the Joker, baby. Nikola Jokic over 26.5 points at -120 on Bet365. This is a 1-unit play for me here. I'm not sure what Bet365 is doing here. If you can only get 27.5, I like it too. If it goes 28.5, you could also look at 25 plus the Nuggets money line as a little same game parlay. I do think the Nuggets win this game. So, as you guys know, Jokic has been unbelievable this season. He's over this line in 68% of games, including 7 of the last 10. But at home, he's been an absolute monster. He's over this 26.5 line in 19 of 25 games at home. A 76% hit rate, averaging 30.24 points per game, overall, he's averaging around 20 field goal attempts per game as well. We know he takes a ton of shots. This is the best player on planet Earth. He's having his best season from deep as well. We talked about this in that midseason video. He is shooting 45% from three-point range. I mean, that's silly. He shouldn't be able to do that. He's averaging 6.33 attempts per game, 6.3 attempts per game from deep. He just took 14 threes last game. I am not expecting 14, but my goodness, that's a lot. Matchup, he owns the Lakers. We know it. The Nuggets own the Lakers. As you can see by this outlier screenshot, he's over this in 6 of the last 9 games versus LA. I can't talk tonight, including that playoff series. No fewer than 24 points in any single game. So it's a good floor we have here. In fact, he scored 30 or more in 4 of the last 7, 34 in a game this season back in November. We know that was all against Anthony Davis. And now it's going to be against Jackson Hayes and company. I mean, they have absolutely nobody who can stop him. I mean, Jokic is matchup proof anyways. But overall, we have the best offensive player or an MVP who's having his best offensive year of his career, one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, as long as it's not a complete and utter blowout, which is really the only landmine that we're looking to avoid here. I like Jokic to score, and even in limited minutes, he's shown that he can score, put up 30-plus points and all that. So I like it. Give me the Joker over 26.5 points as my second and final best bet on the video, but I will have more in the morning. We're not done yet. Let's talk some leans. All right, here we go. I got 2 more for you. Let's see if we can get that 2-0 sweep on the leans. I may add this one of these plays or both in the morning. We'll see. But right now they're just leans. I'm going to look more into it. But Rui Hachimura is the first one. Over 13.5 points. We bet him before this year and he cashed. He's played really well with Luka and LeBron. If you've seen their games, He seems to be that third piece on offense. In the 3 games with Luka and LeBron, he's averaging 15 field goal attempts per game, scored 21, 19, and 17, going over easily in all 3, averaging 33 minutes per game. I mean, he's playing big minutes. If you watch these Lakers games, you know that Rui's looking good, working off of those guys, and Luka's a guy who finds players. He's not as much scoring right now, but Luka has found him. LeBron's finding him. And I just like the matchup as well because the Nuggets do struggle a little bit with spot up shooters. So I think Rui can score some points here. I don't want to bet 2 games, so I'm probably not going to go this. I already got Jokic, as you guys know, but Rui's someone to look into. Second one, this one's ugly. I mean, this is flat out ugly. Nets plus 10.5. I almost threw up in my mouth just saying it, as you can tell. In the last 10 games, the Nets have the 12th best net rating. 76ers have the 20th best net rating. That is correct. I know. Nets have played at the slowest pace in the NBA. How that helps when you're playing at this slow of a place at the pace that they are, it's harder to get blown out because there's a lot less possessions in the game. Obviously, kind of goes hand in hand here. But the 76ers should have the big 3 available for the 15th time only this year. Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid. But you know what? With the big 3, they've lost 4 in a row. They're 7-7 with those 3. It's not like they turn into some amazing team. Embiid doesn't look like himself. It's kind of like Luka Doncic right now, honestly. They just don't look very good. And then Paul George, inconsistent right now. So I'm not too worried. And then some more numbers, and this is what's crazy. 76ers home record is worse than the Nets road record. And I'm talking straight up. 76ers 10-18 straight up at home. Nets 11-17 on the road straight up. Against the spread numbers, I hope you're sitting down because this is wild. Brooklyn is the #1 road ATS team in the entire NBA. There is no better team against the spread on the road than the Brooklyn freaking Nets. 18-9-1, 66.7%. Philly is also the opposite. 4th worst ATS team at home. The reverse of that, 9-18-1, 33.3%. I just think 10.5 is a little too much here, and what I see as being a really slow-paced game. Nets have been competitive. You know what? It's the Nets, so obviously they could get blown out. But I do think the plus 10.5 is a good look here as well. So that's what I got for this Saturday video. A couple best bets, couple leans. Again, any added plays will be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. But before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. The 2 best bets so far. If you fast forward to this, we also talked a couple leans, but any added plays will be in the pinned comments below. Under 22.5 in the Hornets Blazers game, -110 for a half unit. And then Nikola Jokic over 26.5 points, -120. That is a full unit play. Again, I like this at 27.5, where you could go 25 plus and the Nuggets money line as well if you want a little same game parlay. So that's what I got. Thank you guys for watching. As always, nice to get a video out on a Saturday. Even though it's a small slate, let's get some winners. But hope you guys all have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.